Hi, Dan.
Hello, Dan.
Welcome to Two Dans.
Season 2, Dan. Season 2, Dan.
Danny Devito.
That's good too. Damn it. Look, I don't want to come out of the gates hard on a negative.
Yeah.
But I found out just this morning that Danny Devito was in London last week. And he didn't call me.
Oh, kidding.
Yeah. I mean, if I had Twitter, I probably would have known, but because, I refuse to join the real world, it's on me maybe, but just call me next time, DeVito. Like, if you're still in London, I'm an hour away by train, probably an hour and a half at the moment.
You're never too far away for DeVito.
Yeah.
He could be stuck on the side of the road, need a tire change in LA. You're like, hey man, come and help us out. You'll be there.
Yeah, but I'd also say, nah man, just run it. You'll be there quicker than I will be.
Mate, you could carry that car.
Yeah.
Just walk it home, bro.
Yeah. Just walk it off, you'll be right. All right.
So, season 2, big things.
Yeah.
Big things are afoot.
More to cover. More of Danny DeVito's career to troll foot through.
I feel like we're just hitting the good stuff, really.
Yeah, we're starting to. Well, no, not really. It's all gold, but.
Yeah, I'm not saying.
I guess it's a reflection on us what the good stuff is, because, like, it's all gold, but the gold that we're into, I don't know. I couldn't do it. I couldn't get there. Just leave me alone.
Junior, good start.
Junior, yeah, probably say the name of the movie. What year was Junior? Is it 94?
93? 93.
Oh, I got 94, son.
All right, well, 94 sounds pretty good too.
Yeah, well, doesn't it?
Do you want a bit of a plot?
Oh, yeah, I did watch it last week.
Do you want me to run you through it?
And also Last Century, I think, might have been the last time I saw it. Before that, obviously.
I did a pretty classic move.
You watched Titanic instead, didn't you?
I watched it last week in German with the subtitles because I couldn't find a good version.
Oh yeah,
that's all I could find.
But then I watched on eBay. Hey, that's where I'm getting all of my DeVito movies, and they're like $150 with free postage. Like, I feel like they're paying more in postage than I am for the actual DVDs.
Yeah, but I didn't have enough time.
Who does? Who does?
I wasn't organised.
Nah, DeVito does. Do you reckon he has a copy of every single movie? Like, he'd have Minestrone and La Mortadella.
Oh, if anyone's got them, he's got them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Maybe we're putting the call out to the wrong people.
Yeah. Instead of asking no one, we should ask him. All right, that's it's a bit of faffing around. Cool. Tell me what happened in the movie. Let's get to it.
Okay, the movie Junior. Danny DeVito, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Back again.
Yeah. Paul Reitman was he, director, producer?
Ivan?
Ivan, he did the Twins, right?
Yeah, he did everything.
Yeah, well. So Emma Thompson was in it?
Wasn't she? Didn't she wear... Her pants in this movie look so comfortable.
Yeah, her whole outfit looked comfortable. It looks like she just came off the set of Jurassic Park or something.
Yeah, but like
There's a
Jurassic
very
Park where
safari
nothing went
feel.
wrong.
Yeah. There was no dirt on the knees.
Yeah, no, she just like wandered through, saw a bunch of stuff, like breeze, Diplodocus and shit. Malcolm wasn't there yet. But
She
yeah,
did storm in.
Oh man,
She stormed into the movie.
Yeah, she's like, can we just do a mini cut where nothing bad happens? We just get to hang out with dinosaurs. Yeah, cool. Let's try it and see which one's better. But yeah, when I was at school, still maybe me and my mate, for whatever reason, he ended up wearing karate pants, and he'd never worn karate pants before because he just didn't do it as a kid, I guess, and he was blown away by how comfy they were. And he came up with a theory that people that did karate weren't actually, like, they didn't actually need to train. The karate pants were so comfortable that increased your power naturally.
That sounds like an excellent movie. Superpower karate shorts.
No, ain't no such thing as karate shorts, bro. They're ankle length only, much like Emma Thompson.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Maybe they were karate pants. Just in case you needed to spring into action, like maybe Emma Thompson was a Hollywood superhero in 1994.
Karate culottes.
Good one.
Beige karate culottes.
Yeah. Anyway, back to that plot.
Yeah, back to the plot. So, Arnie is a doctor / scientist, dreaming about babies. He's doing experimental research to impregnate monkeys.
Mm-hmm.
Devito's ex-wife is pregnant with someone else's child from Aerosmith.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I remember this happening.
Danny DeVito's character is Dr. Larry Abergast.
What's not Larry from Other People's Money? Do you reckon he just changed his name and got into it? Because he cracks out a laptop like halfway through the movie, which is, I suppose, rare in 1994.
Yeah,
I
pretty
think
bold move.
He was just moving some shares around.
They did. Okay, so they had a research lab, right, with all this technology, except Arnie's made up this story about why I'm trying to cover why he's pregnant, and he said that he's got some disease from his homeland, and he made up the disease and made up the town.
Glundenspunch syndrome, I think it was.
I'm so glad you took note of that. And do you know what town he was from?
I think that was it. I think it was Glundenspunch.
Oh, right. It was both. Okay, yeah. And that was the syndrome as well.
I don't know. I wrote down a few things because I said it real quick. So. And I wrote down strudel hands, but I forget what that means.
Oh, strudel hands was what they called him.
Ah, okay.
What people like took the piss out of him with because he'd been it made him put on weight apparently. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So what point was I making?
I don't know. You've jumped around.
The FDA turned down their request for an extension on their research and funding cut. So Danny DeVito and Arnie were trying to get their research extended so they could start impregnating real people, right?
Yeah, so they
FDA
wanted
said
to
no.
move on to human trials, but the FDA said nah, not ready. Okay. And so then they lost their funding because they weren't moving good enough.
Yeah.
And so their fertility drug was to like make eggs, like fertilized eggs, bond better with mothers that were having fertility problems, right? Which is how it got to work. And anyway, continue. Sorry, I'm not doing the plot.
No.
Just getting into the nitty-gritty of the science. I did look into the science of this quite a bit, as much as you can on rudimentary Google, so that'll come up later.
Is it actually a sci-fi film? Will this really work?
There was a couple of websites saying that it was plausible, and I think it might have been a Roger Ebert review, said that it was only years away. Maybe I don't think it was Ebert actually, but yeah, like there was just an aside that said like it was a plausible future that couldn't be that far off.
Whoa!
Yeah.
If you read the reviews, they don't like the way the movie's gone about impregnating people.
Oh, really?
They disagree with the research. Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, we'll get there.
We'll get there. All right. Smash through this plot because I'm
still
itching to
in
get
plot
there.
Anyway, Arnie's kicked out of his lab and Emma Thompson replaces him. Mm-hmm. Danny proposes to Arnie on his flight back to Europe after being kicked out that they test the research on Arnie. Arnie gets off the flight and he's like, all right, let's do it.
Two things.
Yeah.
How was that a plane with a spiral staircase in it? Does that actually exist?
No, but they do have staircases now. I don't think they did in 1993.
You think that was the science fiction element of the movie?
Yeah, that was it. That was the science fiction element.
Yeah, okay.
And the monkeys. The monkeys are probably robots.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe this is like a Planet of the Apes prequel in waiting. Also, why did they never consider just chucking the baby in Devito? Is it because his core strength from his like leg power was too strong? Might accidentally like flex on it?
This is exactly right. Wouldn't the movie have been heaps funnier if Devito was impregnated?
Maybe, because there's rumours of triplets still. Maybe it's time for Junior too.
Maybe, because I was worried that...
why don't we write fan fiction?
Why don't we? You're right.
Why don't we?
Should. I think we do.
Yeah, okay. It's not down.
But between my plot knowledge and your creativity, we could sort it out.
All right, let's do it.
I was really worried about when Danny went to impregnate Arnie with the embryo and stuff, and he stuck a needle into his stomach. I was really worried that Arnie's pecs wouldn't let the needle go in.
Oh, you were hoping for a needle snap?
Yeah, I really was, but maybe that was the problem with DeVito being the carrier, that his steel abs wouldn't have let it through.
Yeah, impenetrable.
Mm.
Yeah, I reckon. Oh, is it because DeVito was too good with the needle? Maybe that's why he couldn't do it himself. He didn't trust anyone, but I guess he could in Junior 2. Just saying. But do you think that that's how Kawatu became a thing in Total Recall? Like someone was trying to like Junior the other guy, and the needle snapped on his rock hard abs, and then like the egg grafted to his stomach, and that's how Kawatu grew out of that dude's stomach.
Can I also make the comment that you explained that whilst holding your stomach and looking at it?
Yeah.
Fantastic. No, I lost where you're at because I was just imagining it happening to you.
All right. Well, just imagine me being like...
Yeah.
And then they're like being like a real gimpy little alien sticking out of my belly, and like being a oracle. That's Kawatu, and Arnie's got to face him as well.
Also, a problem with it being DeVito that he is the oracle. So.
Oh yeah, he is oracular.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, continue with this plot.
Sorry, back to the plot.
You keep going on plot.
I've got 4 pages of plot here, and we're not even finished the first page.
What are you doing?
Danny steals an egg from Emma Thompson's research lab, and then he asks her out, and she turns him down.
Yep. She gets asked out a lot, because the dean asks her out later. Also, when we left off from the plot earlier, wasn't Arnie already pregnant? Why are we going back to stealing an egg?
No. He's got him off the plane, and they wanted to stick it into Arnie. They haven't stuck it in yet.
All right. Sorry. It's probably my fault.
Okay, next point. Danny says, let's put a bun in your oven, and impregnates Arnie. All right?
Yeah.
Tick that off. He's impregnated now.
Mm-hmm. You know what else he says in that scene?
Yeah.
While looking through the microscope, he says, excellent motility. Excellent motility. I can't. I've lost the ability to do his accent. But you know what that made me think?
Yeah.
How come you never compliment my sperm?
I've never seen it. For good reasons.
I mean,
actually, doesn't he say, excellent count, big load, way to go?
I'm going to go with yes, but I focused on motility. But yes. Really drilled down into the sperm bit, didn't we?
We did. I thought that was the quote of note there.
No, I like motility as a word just because it's specifically a sperm word, I guess. Or maybe it's not, I don't know. But I've never heard it in reference to anything bar sperm.
No, I haven't. I haven't either.
You'd be surprised how unwilling people are to talk about sperm these days.
Yeah.
Like their own.
It doesn't come up in conversation.
Or just general sperm. Like imagine if sperm was like
how
sports
does it come
teams.
up in a conversation? How does that come up in a conversation?
Like a sperm sports team or just like sperm in general?
The New York Sperms.
Yeah.
That sounds like a pretty fast team.
Yeah, the sperm league doesn't sound... It's not non-existent, I guess. Like as is my understanding from Look Who's Talking Now, or Two or Now? Now.
Then.
Look Who's Talking To, that now, is that it is a race anyway, so... Like, there's kind of a sperm Olympics as per the opening sequence of that movie. Just saying.
Yeah. Also a reason why Danny wasn't the lead character because his sperm would have won the race.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. They run real quick.
Maybe the microscope couldn't... Yeah, maybe the microscope couldn't even hold the sperm.
Yeah, okay. Like, you reckon it would have just, like... covered the globe like Devito sperm nanobots.
Imagine what Devito's sperm would look like his little face with a little tail running around.
Do you know how I often ask you to draw things for me and you never do?
Yeah. Can I do that?
Please.
All right, I'll pop it on my to-do list.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Good.
Arnie's pregnant. Mm-hmm. He's getting morning sickness and his nipples are very sensitive.
Aren't they?
Arnie's realising what it's like to be a woman. Lots of connotation. Lots of innuendo. Peppered throughout the film, don't you think?
Isn't it?
Turns out, Danny's ex got pregnant from someone at Aerosmith and she wants Danny to be the doctor.
Are we going to jump ahead to the outcome of that, or are we just going to...
Yeah, we can jump ahead to the outcome.
Well, it not being anyone from Aerosmith.
Yeah, that's right. It was the personal trainer who then sent her a bunch of red roses and a photo of him with the band.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Was it even the whole band? Or was it just like him and the drummer or something?
It might have been.
Was that when the darts were being thrown? No, there was a scene where Devito's throwing darts at Aerosmith when he still thinks it's Aerosmith.
Yeah,
and Arnie walks in and nearly gets hit. I couldn't figure out how that shot got dummied, hey? Like that looked like it actually happened.
Yeah. Someone said, walk in on 3, and he's walked in on 2. Damn it!
Keep rolling.
Okay. Instead of terminating the pregnancy after the first trimester, Arnie wants to keep the baby. Mm-hmm. Arnie hits it off with Emma Thompson. Turns out the donor egg that Danny stole from the lab was actually Emma Thompson's. And then she finds out that Arnie's pregnant and she's the egg donor. And Arnie hides out from the FDA at an expecting women's retreat.
Mm-hmm.
Emma forgives Arnie and they sleep together.
Yeah, they totally pork it, hey?
Yeah. So you know the scene where he's staying at the women's retreat?
Uh-huh.
And he's dressed as an old lady.
Not an old lady, but yeah. Like, I think that was just what...
He's got an old lady
wore.
wig and pearls and...
Yeah, but I think that was just like rich lady in the 90s. I don't think that was even old.
Regardless of the semantics.
He did look like he was kind of dressed up as a female couch, though, hey?
But Arnie he cannot pass off as a lady whatsoever. And then someone asked him a question and he didn't even like Hardy's voice. He didn't even put on any type of voice. He's just like, yes, I'm a shot putter from the German Olympic team or something like that.
Yeah, no, that's how they cover it up. They say that he was in the East German Olympics team.
Yeah.
And that they handed out anabolic steroids like candy or something like that. And so, yeah, that affected him.
Anyway, great.
Yeah.
Danny hooks up with financial bankers for the pregnancy drug.
Mm-hmm. Expectane.
Expectane, that's right. And he's... Yeah. Anyway, Arnie has the baby. Danny's ex...
Are you watching this movie and just telling me what happens as it goes?
Yeah, I'm writing exactly what's happening as it goes.
No, I'm saying, like, have you got it on in the corner and you're like, and then they go to...
I'm like hitting fast forward, hurry up.
But you're doing that one, like, when you're trying to fast forward through the credits of a show, you're watching, like, 5 episodes a day, and you end up just, like, fast forwarding in the middle of, fuck it, and you go back to the start, and then you, like, try again, and realistically, you spend about 4 times as long as the credits run for just trying to fast forward through them to the right spot.
I really appreciate you buying me time right now, because I've just done that. Anyway, Danny's ex has her baby at the same time as Arnie, and 1 year later, Arnie proposes that Danny be the donor for his second child. And the credits song, I've Got You Under My Skin.
I read actually just this morning that is it the peritoneal cavity or something? That's where Captain and Tennille cavity, where they say they're putting the baby. It's like the wall that's between, like, I think there's like a thing behind your skin and then like another thing that keeps all your guts together, and so like the cavity is that skin peritoneal something cavity peritoneal something else that keeps, so like that's where it was, so that is under the skin is what I'm saying.
Very good. Also, that's where the baby was, under the skin. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it wasn't that technical, actually.
No.
Okay, so I've got something to point out.
Mm-hmm.
At the start of the movie, there was Danny was in his like sperm donor clinic that he owned.
Yep.
And there was a shot of him showing someone the nudie magazine so he could make a deposit, right?
Yep. Oh, yeah, I want to talk about this guy as well, but anyway, continue.
Oh, no, I don't want to speak about the guy, but did you get any of the porn movie titles by any chance?
I didn't even think to. Did you?
Oh, those are good ones. I reckon they'd made them just for that, because it's very hard to research because they're all on VHS, so there's no way they'd be on the internet. But
what do you got?
Beverly Hills Cop. LA Raw.
Ooh.
Yeah,
So
that's a good one.
That's 2 Eddie Murphys.
Oh, yeah. You're
Well,
right.
I guess LA Law isn't.
Well, LA, yeah.
Yeah, but LA Raw.
Well, that's a
Yeah.
that's
What
Eddie
else you
Murphy
got?
film.
Oh, yeah, Eddie Murphy.
No, that's it really.
Oh, okay. I want to look at it now. I don't know where I put the DVD. Oh. You've got it on in the corner. Just pause. The dude in that scene that he's showing the movies to. Did you notice that's the guy from Law and Order? And he's the guy from Wet Hot American Summer.
Yeah. Actually, there was a bunch of people who were just 1 second extras who were ended up being famous. There was
apart from the dude from Wet Hot American Summer baiting before he met the can.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Christopher Maloney, that's the guy.
Who's that?
That's the guy you're talking about.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was like, I do recognize that name. Oh, it's because that's who it is.
There's also Janice from Sopranos, who was Tony's sister, Ada Totoro.
Totoro was in this.
Yeah, she's not Japanese. There is also Megan Kavanagh, who was in League of Their Own.
Uh-huh.
She was like the awkward first base or something.
Oh, she wasn't like the sister, the Gina Davis's sister.
Nah, wasn't her.
Ah, okay.
Soz.
So the
there
awkward
was also
first base from A League of Their Own is your example of someone that made quite a career out of this movie.
All right.
She wanted to play other fantastic extra roles.
The wife from Breaking Bad.
Yep,
she
you're
was
saying things I've never watched, so yeah, I'm going to trust you. I have seen A League of Their Own, obviously.
But you know of the show Breaking Bad, right?
I have heard of it, and I am aware of the concept.
So this lady is also in that.
Ah.
Yeah. And also a guy who, I suppose you're right, is an extra on Seinfeld, but yeah.
Okay.
I consider that pretty big. Plus, there also was another guy in there who I don't know who he is, but his name is Bubba Dean Rambo.
That's such a good name.
But
I've got Bruce McBroom written down, and I can't remember why.
Bruce McBroom. I missed him.
I think he might have been in the credits somewhere. I think I might have come across him while I was looking up other Dans.
Who is he? What does he do?
I don't know. I've just got Bruce McBroom in all caps with a question mark after it. Maybe he was the cleaner? I don't know.
No, I can't find him.
Imagine if he was Spruce McBroom. I Google it, but I think my computer will just fall apart if I try to use Chrome as well. So I'm not gonna.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, thank you.
Have you got any quotes?
Well, we both did one about sperm, and
yeah, we did.
How about? Oh yeah, I also had let's put a bun in the oven, but you did that. Could you just say sperm in a DeVito voice for me?
Sperm. Nah, that's not a good one.
How different is his
sperm?
How different is his voice now? Like from when we started, he's like
heaps different.
Yeah,
he looks like what actually I imagine DeVito to look like.
Oh, this is like peak DeVito.
Peak DeVito, yeah. Vintage DeVito.
Speaking of peak DeVito,
yeah.
Truth or Dan? Need a veto. Truth or Dan?
All right. I've actually got 2 truth or Dans because I didn't realize that I had already had one.
Ah. All right. Well,
so
let's
I'll
go.
Then you go. Then yeah.
Yeah. All right. Or what if we went? You go, then I go, then you go.
Yeah. All right. That sounds good too.
Yeah. Cool.
This is your chance for double points here.
I think I need it. I think I'm fucking well behind.
No way. I'm well behind. I keep giving you alley-oops. After this movie, Arnie was asked to audition on ER, which George Clooney actually got the role for.
Ooh. I'm going to go with Dan, because I don't think Clooney was that big then. I don't think that role was meant to be as big a deal as it was, and Clooney made it. Clooney went and made it his own.
Yeah, but think about how bad Arnie would be in that role. Like serious drama. As a doctor.
Man, it's fantastic in my mind.
You're right. It'd be a totally different show, though.
Yeah, it would be.
It'd be not ER.
I don't know anything about the show ER, except that George Clooney was in it and Linda Cardellini ends up in it. That's all I know.
Who's that?
She's from Freaks and Geeks. Is it Lindsay from Freaks and Geeks?
Yeah.
And many other things. But anyway, her.
Yeah. I didn't know she was in
including The Avengers, which I watched while drunk the other night.
Oh, is it any good?
Yeah, well, it's not the first time I watched it, so I guess.
Must be all right.
Yeah. While you're logging in, was that Truth or was that Dan?
Oh, it was Dan.
Ah, good.
Okay, so not related to the movie, but very related to Devito.
Yeah.
There was an off-Broadway adaptation of Cuckoo's Nest, starring Danny DeVito.
Yeah. Isn't that how we got the job in the first place? Wasn't it produced by, what's Michael Douglas's dad? Kirk Douglas?
Oh, yeah, you're right. We went through this.
Yeah.
Ah, damn it. 2 out of 2. All right, fair enough. You go. What do you got?
Arnie, at 6'6",
Is he
1 foot and 4 inches taller than Mr. Danny DeVito.
false?
Oh, hello. What have you got for me?
Danny's 5 foot, right?
No, he's 5'2".
Oh, is he? Well, then true. I thought he was 5 foot even.
Nah, 5'2".
You sure?
Are you challenging?
I'm challenging.
All right.
I'm on the Google right now.
Oh, and I can tell by the taps. You can tell he's hacking by those noises.
Oh, see? Wrong. 1.47 meters.
What's that? Is that 5 foot?
Well, according to his Wikipedia, he's 4'10", but that's not right.
No, come on.
And then there's another one that says his height is listed as 5 foot 0 inches.
Get out of town.
There are many who would say that he's being fluffed.
What?
I don't know. That was the comment following that.
All right. I've been 5'2" this whole time. Have I been wrong? That's just changed my entire worldview.
Although Danny DeVito likes to claim he's 5 foot tall, when measured on Always Sunny in Philadelphia for a skit, turns out he was 4'10". Maybe he shrunk.
Yeah, well, you do that with old age, don't you?
Yeah.
Do you know Joe Pesci is 1.63? Well, anyway, I lied about Arnie's height. Arnie's 6'2", so he was actually going to be a foot difference. But then, in actual fact, because I fluffed it to 1 foot 4, if Arnie's actually 6'2", which he is according to the internet, and now we've found out DeVito is 4'10", that is 1 foot 4, so you just got it right.
Ah, fantastic.
Man, that took some turns.
Surely Arnie's taller than that.
Nah, 6'2", 1.88 according to online.
There you go.
Yeah.
Speaking of Arnie, who do you think could win in a fight between Arnie and Danny DeVito?
What kind of fight are we talking?
Fist fight on the street, short shorts, no shirt. Maybe like boat shoes.
Okay. Loose gravel or like concrete? I'm going somewhere with this.
Well, it'd be on and off because it would start on the street, but it would definitely go onto the sidewalk, possibly into a park, maybe a wooded glen.
If Devito can kick, and if the ground is firm enough for him to actually put his knees into his uppercuts, Devito every time. But if it's an official boxing match, not unlike Ip Man 3, where Ip Man is banned from using kicks. I also believe that was autobiographical, so that could have actually happened. I'm not sure. But I think Devito would be too much of a... It'd be stacked against him, because we both know that, much like Mac, Arnie being the inspiration for Mac, Arnie only works out his glamour muscles. So, which are a Venn diagram with your punching muscles. So I think Arnie's got it in punches. But if Devito's legs come into play, Arnie's over. In your mind, what are they fighting over?
I reckon, like, Arnie just drops Danny's ice cream.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Like deliberately or accidentally?
No, accidentally.
Like
but
he's
Danny,
just mad
thinks,
gesturing.
Yeah, but Danny thinks he did it on purpose. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Didn't drop your ice cream.
I think that's going to go street rules, so DeVito.
Yeah, for sure. Do you think DeVito fights dirty? Or he's a clean fighter?
I think he's clean in a fair match, but in this regard...
I'm talking street rules. Like, they just got off a yacht, no shirts on, short shorts, frayed denim.
The Eagles are playing. America's up next.
There may have been some oil involved, some baby oil.
Yeah. Oh, I think that might skew it towards Arnie again, because he's in his element in oil.
You're right. That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, but imagine trying to catch DeVito all oiled up.
Like that It's Always Sunny where he comes out of the couch.
I think that's one of my favourite DeVito moments of all time.
Oh, yeah. But, yeah. How do you go up from there?
You can't. Naked, popping out of that, getting birthed out of that fucking lounge. It's great. Oh, yeah. Do you have any other quotes?
Nah, that was it. I got one of Aerosmith Knocked You Up, but I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I think I've got to practice a bit.
All right, fair.
I feel like we've covered it with sperm.
All right. It's also pretty obvious.
Yeah. I got a couple of questions for you.
Yeah.
You know, in the scene where the dean comes in and like claims that Arnie and his baby are university property.
Yeah.
And he throws Emma Thompson across the room.
Yeah.
And the cops are like, yeah, right. First of all, how do you think that went with them? Like, do you reckon there was a follow-up? Like, oh, actually, we had our body cams on and we've noticed that you, like, grievously assaulted Emma Thompson. I know she was wearing her karate pants, but that's still assault. And second, remember when he, like, tried to hit on her? Because she gets hit on by DeVito and then the dean and then Arnie.
Yeah.
But, like...
First of all, how did she bypass DeVito?
Oh, that's a good question. Maybe she wasn't sure she was worthy.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
And then...
He was too good for her.
Yeah. Or she didn't want to have his baby because she wasn't ready to, like, for that level of responsibility of caring for something so important, maybe.
An oracle baby, if you will.
Yeah, she knew she was in a movie about childbirth, so she knew that was inevitably on the cards. And maybe that's why the ginger lady from Kindergarten Cop...
that's where she was from, Kindergarten Cop.
Maybe she got pregnant to the Lodi from Oreo Smith. because she also couldn't handle that responsibility.
Yeah, she was scared.
And then, so Devito is the only person that can carry Devito's baby. And that's how we get to the end of it, where they're like, why don't you carry your baby?
Junior too. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Do you reckon it'll be called Junior Senior? Because Devito's getting a bit on.
Oh, yeah. Good one. But wasn't that like a dance act from the 90s or the early 2000s?
Junior Senior. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Like Stomp Your Feet or something? Like that was like the other Justice or something from memory. But getting back to that scene where he throws Emma Thompson across the room and then Arnie throws the Dean across the room into like that rack of sperm or whatever it is. Yeah. And then like runs off and then...
Well, when he sperm racked him, yeah.
Yeah. So once the Dean's sperm racked and Arnie's just using his East German shot-putting legs to bolt out the door. Like, how did he get that far that the cops like 30 meters behind him? And why is Devito just like hooning across campus really unsafe? Like he has no idea that he's in peril.
No, he already had the car ready.
Yeah, he was just like coming to pick him up, but for some reason he knows it's an emergency.
Get in, you're pregnant.
Maybe they had a baby monitor. Maybe that's what it was. I'm just overthinking it.
Maybe it was twin tuition.
Ooh. Yeah. Well done.
Thank you.
I also had one other theory, and then I'm done with this scene.
Yeah.
I am pretty sure that in the original script, DeVito actually ran from that movie, from that meeting, but then they had to change it to a car because his superhuman running ability made people uncomfortable.
And the fact that he just chucked Arnie over his shoulder and ran off campus with him. Yeah.
That was... People weren't ready.
No, it is unbelievable, but it's true.
Unbelievable to see.
That's right. So, you had something to comment earlier. I don't remember what it was, but I've got a bit of a new segment.
Oh, because we got a few segments we've got to tick off here, but I'm excited.
What have we got left?
We got ratings game, but I'd like to get into this new segment pretty hard, hey?
Real hard.
Yeah. Harder than DeVito's calves while he's moving a bulldozer.
The theme song's a work in progress, but...
Oh, well, aren't they all?
No. Who do? You write a shitty review, you do.
Ooh, I like that.
I was going through... You like that?
Yeah.
I was going through Rotten Tomatoes, and it was just full of shitty reviews. Like, this is not believable. Shit, yeah, it's not believable. Like, what do you want out of this movie?
This is not believable. Meanwhile, Superman, great movie.
Yeah. Lots of anti-abortion stuff.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
because Arnie's pretty pro-abortion in this. Actually, I think I've got a Arnie quote here where he says, "My body, my choice."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pro-choice, isn't he?
He is. What was the green villain he played in Batman?
He played Mr. Freeze in the same one.
Oh, Mr. Freeze. Yeah. No, I'm not thinking sure Jim Carrey.
Yeah, you're thinking of the Riddler.
The Riddler.
Yeah. Riddler, bro.
Anyway, so I was perusing Rotten Tomatoes. Nick N says, Jesus Christ, whoever came up with this needs to be given a medal and then beat in the nuts with the medal repeatedly. 2.5 stars.
Out of 5?
Yeah, I know. Pretty harsh review and then give it 2.5. Like, man, what if you hated the movie?
What did you like in the movie that got it that extra Because I'm assuming the minimum was 1 star. What got it the extra 1.5?
Well, maybe giving it a medal means it was a 5-star movie, and then he's taken it back to 2.5 stars by beating them in the nuts with it. So he did believe that they should get a medal for it, maybe.
All right. I'll allow it.
Maybe it was he was saying something about the sperm donating.
Yeah, maybe he really liked the dude from Wet Hot American Summer mazzing at the start of a movie. Any movie that starts with that is 2.5 stars minimum.
Robin M says, watching Danny DeVito administer a sonogram to the bulging belly of Arnold Schwarzenegger is both surreal and hilarious, 3 stars. And Gregory M, I'm shocked that Danny DeVito wasn't the baby, 2 stars. Imagine that as a movie.
Yeah. Well, we got a glimpse of Arnie as a baby, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. They CGI'd his face. That was fantastic.
I don't know if that was CGI.
I
don't know if they were computer generating many images in 1994. Like they were, but not that many. Actually, I think, yeah. No, it was pretty prevalent because didn't Independence Day come out in 96?
Yeah, but Emma Thompson did use a world atlas to try and figure out where Arnie lived. So, and she was a research scientist.
And Carter was loading slowly. I think what actually happened was they faced off Arnie and a baby just for that one shot.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
Coincidentally, where they got the idea for the movie Face Off. Not a lot of people know that. All right, I got some things I want to...
Also, should have featured DeVito and... Nah, that was it. But that movie should have featured DeVito and Arnie. Because that would have been hilarious. Totally different movie.
Yeah. Much better.
Anyway, sorry.
All right, I got a couple of things. Other Dan's?
Yep.
Oh, was that real loud? Because that's real close to the...
It was
that's just
loud.
one sheet of paper turning over normally. That's quite close to the microphone. All right, other Dan's. We got Daniel Goldberg, no relation to TV's The Goldbergs, was the executive producer and second unit director. He also wrote Stripes and Meatballs and was a producer on Space Jam, The Hangover movies, and Eurotrip.
Eurotrip, shit.
Yeah. Daniel R. Paget, he was the assistant editor on Space Jam, which, obviously we all know is coming up. For those of you not in the know, it stars the incomparable Danny DeVito. He was also the additional editor on Life Aquatic Tenenbaums and Bottle Rocket.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And then finally, Daniel Wheatcroft, studio executive, uncredited. And you know I don't like it when Dan's are uncredited,
His name's there.
Sorry?
His name's there. His name made it.
Yeah, but it doesn't go into the credits in the movie. They just put it on here on IMDb.
Yeah.
He was also a studio executive, possibly credited or on Land Before Time, Hail, Hail, Rock and Roll, Twins, Army of Darkness, Street Fighter, and Wipeout.
Fuck.
Fantastic. This guy's Hollywood royalty.
Yeah. Why is he uncredited?
We salute you.
Way to Dan.
All right. I'm going to need you to sing a song for me, Dan.
Give me that rating. The ratings game. I'm rating on you.
Junior, 1994, Sex and Nudity. A woman falls on a man and kisses him passionately. A few scenes suggesting methods of obtaining sperm samples. An erotic video is glimpsed with models in skimpy clothing. A man and woman kiss and discuss sex. Discussions of sex and reproduction throughout the film. A man and a woman are interrupted while they're making out on a couch. The woman later suggests they have sex, which occurs off screen.
Violence and gore. A woman slides into a building on a runaway trunk. A man inserts a long needle into another man's abdomen. Police officers try to break down a door. What?
Is that violence or is that love?
You're right. A man undergoes a C-section and his face registers pain. A man and woman are shown in pain from contraction. A man is kneed in the groin. A man throws another man across a room.
Also, a man throws a woman across the room. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Profanity. A couple of mild profanities. About 3 scatological terms and some sexual references.
Alcohol, drugs, smoking. A character is shown smoking cigars.
Usually I skip this last section because I get bored, but frightening/intense scenes. The concept of a pregnant man may be confusing to children. There is also a dream sequence where Arnold imagines what his baby would look like. This scene is deeply disturbing, frightening, and may scare and even mentally scar children, or even adults for that matter. I don't think whoever wrote that was ready for face swapping. Imagine they're on a face swap app now. They're like, "Oh, this is scaring the shit out of children."
Yeah, true. I'm sure they haven't left the house in quite some time.
Yeah, that's probably fair. They could be dead.
And you got anything else?
Yeah, I got one thing I want to run past you.
Yeah.
I'm going to need an answer from you and an answer from the point of view of our mate. What would Danny DeVito do? Say you're /him. You know, you got to imagine them both because I can't bother asking the question twice. You're in the cereal aisle of a supermarket like Coles or whatever. And you know that feeling on like a hot day when you feel like a bit of sweat running down you and then it gets to a bit and it drops and it like hits the different part of your stomach kind of thing? Like, you know that feeling where you just like, you know it's there and it's not touching your shirt yet? You feel that, but you know it's not sweat. Yeah. And you're like, oh wait, that feels different. It's just like your nipples sliding off. Like, not like there's a bloody hole where the nipple was. Like, it's like a gherkin on a window at a McDonald's. Like, it's just sliding down, and then poof, they both fall off pretty close, like almost the same time, like bop, bop, and they hit the floor. And no one saw it, but there's someone that's just walked into the aisle. What do you do?
You mean, am I picking up my nips?
Are you picking them up? Are you leaving them there? Are you picking them up, putting in your wallet? Are you asking that person for help? Like, have you ever heard of nipples? Like, what are you doing?
Do they make that very sound, like when they hit the ground? Bloop, bloop.
Yes.
Okay. Well, it would be funny to take 1 foot each and step on them and have them stuck to your feet, and as you're walking around, bloop, 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 bloop. That'd be pretty funny. Yeah. And then you can run, and it'd get even funnier.
So you want nipply tap shoes is what I'm hearing.
Also, I think it'd be pretty funny if you went to the doctor with your nips in your hand. It'd be like, I've obviously had a nip slip. Probably, actually, realistically, I'd try and put them back on somehow. I'd probably go to the super glue aisle and grab some.
What supermarket are you in? There's a whole aisle dedicated to super glue.
I'm in Bunnings.
All right, checks out. All right, so you're going to try to attach them yourself. Like, there's no part of you that thinks these are no longer attached to my body. They might just start decaying, and then I'll have like decaying nipples epoxied to my chest hair.
Or you could go and get nipples tattooed on because they don't really do anything for us.
No, they don't.
So, it would look pretty weird without them.
It's true.
I wonder if you'd grow hair there.
I don't know, because it wouldn't be scar tissue because they just fell off naturally. Someone, and I'll have to find it out because I really want to know now, but my mate told me one of his friends skated down a hill in Maroubra. I don't know why it's essential that I tell you that it was in Maroubra, but it was. And he came off his skateboard and landed real hard like that, like with his arm up. And so like he just like smashed all down his side and like completely ripped his nipple off.
Whoa.
And I can't remember if the story ended in it growing back or not.
Maybe that's the kind of thing we should be asking that guy.
Yeah, I'm going to send him a text. I'm going to write it down.
What he did with his nip.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm sure there's a song in that. I lost my nipple in Maroubra.
Yeah. Please write it.
Sounds like a Good Friday night.
Whatever I ask you to draw and record me that song. I'm Dan.
I'm Dan.
And we have just done Dan.